Hi, Humza and Veronica. I am making this little video to just sort of welcome you and say that we did cover quite a bit of ground today in class, but let me give you some little hints at how to sort of get as caught up as you can because I'm not going to be able to repeat. We met for 2.5 hours. I won't be able to sort of tell you everything, but I'm going to give you some hints that will help you catch up, and it should be enough. And if it's not, then you can just always email me or message me here in the inbox. All right, so there's one module open right now, and I've organized the overview page for you to sort of have a quick glance view of what happened and what work you have coming up. So there was homework due before today's class, and you can just click on these links to get all the instructions that you need. So those you should do ASAP. In class today, we did introductions. We talked about the Oxford Happiness Quiz and discussed it and critiqued it. We talked about 3 equations for a happy life, which is, actually I should change this because it's the same as, it's how to build a life is the column actually, and 3 equations for a happy life is the name of this article. So here, I'm going to just pause and do that. So we talked about this article quite a bit and what each of the 3 equations was about. We went over all the upcoming homework, and then then they wrote a diagnostic. Everyone wrote a diagnostic, which was a literacy narrative. So everyone wrote their story with reading and writing, and I'll talk about that in a little more depth in just a second. So this is the homework we will have because we're a hybrid class. We only meet for 2.5 hours, but we have a lot of online work and additional to what we would have if we were meeting 5 hours a week. I hope that makes sense. I have a fully face-to-face English 100 class that meets Monday and Wednesday, and they have less to do online because we meet for 5 hours. But in this class, section 1506, we only meet for 2.5 hours. And so there's more online work associated with this class. So we have we will have 2 deadlines every week. We will have a Sunday at midnight deadline, and then before class on Thursday deadline. These 3 Sunday midnight assignments, they're all real little assignments, and all the instructions are in there. For this one, you have to read, let me pause. So for the course overview quiz, you will want to read all these instructional pages, these 4 instructional pages, and I just want to make sure you realize that when you see this icon here, this sort of sheet of paper, that is an instructional page. There's no assignment on that page. When you see anything else, and also an indent, because I always indent the assignments, then you'll know that's an assignment. So you shouldn't only use the student to-do list, because the student to-do list only shows the assignments. You want to read these instructional pages in order to be able to do the assignments. So these 4 instructional pages will prepare you to do the course overview quiz, to take the course overview quiz, which I want you to get 100% on. You can retake, but I want you to know about this course, the theme of it, which is happiness. There are 5 essays. That includes 1 in-class final exam. So really 4 finished essays that we draft out during the semester. They increase in weight in terms of your grade. The first essay is a shorter essay worth less of your grade, and it has fewer sources. And then the final essay so the first essay is worth 5% of your grade. It's an 800-word essay, and it requires that you include 2 or integrate 2 different two sources. The final essay is worth 20% of your grade. It requires that you integrate 4 sources, and it's a 1,500 word essay. So, but by then you're going to be ready to write that essay. So that kind of gives you an idea of the structure of the course. This is just me collecting information about you. This one is you go up here and upload a picture, and also write a little bio. I think I asked for 150 words, but be sure to read the information. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over to the overview. On every Sunday, I'll release the next module. And so the next module, which I released this coming Sunday, will have 4 more assignments that are due next Thursday. A journal, which is a reflection on your Oxford Happiness Quiz results, okay, which you took up here. A second annotating assignment in this app called Perusal. You're going to be summarizing either 3 equations for a happy life or this second article, Overview Happiness. And then there's this research assignment, which I'll let you read about. So what's missing? There are 2 things missing here. I did not include on this list because we did it in class, the literacy narrative, but I'll put it there right now. But here's the Dropbox for the literacy narrative, and all the instructions are here. So you can read those. And then also I would read, to prepare to write your literacy narrative, I would click on that link and read the model, which is right here. It's by Jennifer Betts. So I'll add that to that overview list. Okay, I'm just trying to think if there's anything any additional thing I need to tell you. Let me just kind of look at this here. There's something missing from here too. I talked about, so we'll be keeping a journal all semester, and for the next 6 or 8 weeks, we'll be doing a happiness practice, which we talked about in class, and I will link probably here. Let me pause. Okay, so I added this bullet point. I want you to read. There's a document that summarizes 12 happiness practices that have been researched and proven to have results. And so I want you to pick one of those to practice for the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks. We'll talk about it next week in class as well. So hopefully that is everything. We were together today for 2.5 hours. So like I said, I may have left something out. I think it's just way better to be in class. I know you both couldn't be. You had extenuating circumstances, but let me know via inbox if you have any questions.